Pike County Fiscal Court called to order. Madam Clerk, have a roll call. The members, please.
Judge Rutherford.
Present.
Magistrate Anderson.
Here.
Magistrate Johnson will be here. Magistrate Murphy. Here. Magistrate Robinson. Magistrate Dotson.
Here.
Magistrate Harris.
Here.
We have a quorum. We now have Pledge of Allegiance by Magistrate Murphy, a veteran. You now have in your package, the minutes of the May 7th meeting for your review. Jeannie and I have gone over that and found them to be correct. They'll have a motion. Have a motion to have a second. Have a second on the minutes. Magistrate Robinson, have a roll call vote, please.
Magistrate Anderson.
Yes.
Magistrate Murphy. Minutes. Magistrate Robinson.
Yes.
Magistrate Dotson.
Yes.
Magistrate Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes. Schedule for today is to go into the agenda of the court meeting. We have passed a lot to the next meeting. Also, the treasurer, what she has had to have, she has a very short list today because the purpose of today is to comply with the Kentucky statute and the request of the Office of Local Government to move our budget forward. We have had the in-house committee, working committee, which is made up of the budget office, and my staff has had I believe the 16th meeting yesterday since we started to discuss our budget situation we have in the county, in Pike County, due to no cause of their own, I may add, due to cause of our economy, especially the energy, the coal, and the natural gas, and the falling of the production of coal. We was high as 34 million ton, and I think when we looked at the last quarter, it was the last was 10.8 million for the year. So today we will take up the agenda and we will go into it, and then we will go into closed session to discuss personnel, and we will probably come back out and have a break for lunch, then come back in, go back into closed session, and then we will decide in the early afternoon. But when we go into closed session, we will take up and have a very short list of the personnel office's recommendations, and we'll only take up what we need to take up today to keep county government moving in regard to personnel. I understand it's a very short list. Then we will not come back out to court on that until we come back out to adjourn. But before we adjourn, we will come back out and, of course, I don't anticipate that we will have a final decision in regard to our 2013-2014 budget today. They have two options. We do as a body, Pike County Fiscal Court. We have two options. We have the 17% across the board, which is not acceptable to me. I proposed that because the Kentucky statute said I had to have a balanced budget. I wrote against that myself because that is too harsh on the county and the county employees and everybody else that provides. And we must provide the services that people expect from this government. So we will proceed now, and the first thing we have, if you pull it up on the monitor, is we have on it, acknowledge the receipt of the Pike County Conservation District budget for 2013-2014. On your monitor is the board, and I might add that these members to this body Some of these members are elected at the same time the county officials are elected. Judge Hayes and Mike O'Daniel is chairman, I noticed, Gary McCoy vice chairman, Brian Mullins, Woody Larder, and Joey Collins, and Jordan Keene. So that we do have a motion to acknowledge the receipt. Motion by Magistrate Anderson, second by Magistrate Murphy. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy? Mr. Robinson? Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes. Acknowledge the receipt of the Pike County Public Library District budget for 2013-2014. To have a motion. Have a motion, Magistrate Murphy. Have a second. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Yes. Mr. Dodson? Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes. We have the adoption of a resolution changing the scope of work of the rural secondary program funds, and the same adoption of another resolution for bridge replacement in Pike County funded to the rural secondary program. Commissioner Hatcher, would you briefly give us a statement? And I think the court already knows what you're going to tell us, but please give us that information again.
This is, Magistrate Dodson is aware of this. We had to go back through the state and change Left Fork of Joe's Creek, that he was already provided money to do that. And then we had put it in the other flex money, a duplicate, so it had to be changed. And then we took that money and Hillman picked out to do barn she with that, so on the blacktop of those roads. And then the two bridges that Hillman put in with the state, 80-20, and we got that money to bid out those bridges. And I think Frankie
Any
Stacy.
questions? If not, I have a motion by
Judge, I'd like to say that also we're doing Callahan Branch today on this change order that Frank has just mentioned there, and then they're going to Barnsey next. But I want to appreciate Frank following up and getting this change order approved through the state so we can get this done. And
Motion, Magistrate Dodson. Have a second.
Do
Have
the
a
changes, just 1 second, Judge. Do the changes make any deletions, or is this just adding new projects or new money to the?
this is monies, I guess, that we didn't get last year, and what it was, they had money appropriated for Joe's Creek, didn't he, Frank? And it was a delay because of the weather conditions, and it was a change order due to Mountain Enterprise not being able to do the roads at the time. Is that right?
Correct.
So there's nothing being deleted from the list? This is just
No.
additional money being added to it?
Yeah. And I've not got no more than you fellas has got. This is just what we had coming to us.
Madam Clerk, have a motion and a second. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes. Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes. Next, we have approval to execute 911 interlocal cooperative agreement. Mr. County Attorney.
Judge, this is just a new interlocal agreement. Doug can probably explain it in more detail, but I would recommend passage. I have reviewed the same, but he can tell you the details of it.
Basically, it just makes change in the section under fiscal financing where the state police indicate a balance to be paid each year for dispatching services. That's the only real change in the agreement, and it changes it from a 5-year renewal cycle to 2 years.
Mr. County Attorney.
Yes, I would recommend passage, Judge.
County Attorney recommends passage. Have a motion. Have a motion, Magistrate Murray, second, Magistrate Robinson. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson? Yes. Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Yes. Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes. The next one, I know that Judge Hayes and Magistrate Murphy and Magistrate Robinson is certainly glad to see this on the agenda finally. We finally got right of access to the property of about 1,800 acres for DB property, which is a Fish Trap Land Company, I believe, Judge Hayes. And he's give us right of entry, give us also a lease to the property. And also, we still have pending a road situation problem up there with Judge Hayes and Hatcher will, in the next few days, will take a look at that and see where we can move forward. But this is an authorization to, and I will ask the county attorney, since he was involved in this with Mr. D.B. Kazee, to give his recommendation and so forth in regard to it. Mr. County Attorney.
Yes, Judge, this is a lease which we finally have obtained after going back and forwards for several months, if not a year, and anyway, I would recommend passage at this time.
It's authorizing me to sign the documents and to have a motion. Motion, Master Roberts, second from Master Murphy. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes. Mr. County Attorney, have a second reading of the smoke-free ordinance for the new judicial building and the other facility, 2 courthouses.
Judge, with the court's permission, this will be a second reading of an ordinance in summary form. It's an ordinance of the Fiscal Court of Pike County, Kentucky, eliminating smoking in the Pike County Courthouse, Phelps Courthouse, Belfry Courthouse, Judicial Center, and Hall of Justice building. As I indicated at the last meeting, the main thrust of this is to add the Judicial Center. It also includes the Phelps Courthouse and Belfry Courthouse, but the Phelps Courthouse was already doing it voluntarily, and the Belfry Courthouse was doing it by a prior ordinance, but this gets all of it in one ordinance by doing this. Again, it would require a motion, second, and a majority vote.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Master Harris, have a second? Have a second, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Next, we have Mr. County Attorney.
Judge, it may or may not be on your agenda, but anyway, we need to amend a lease that we have with Mountain Comprehensive Care. It was, they were to begin construction within 2 years, and they began it a little bit outside. I received an email from Julie Paxton, in-house counsel for Mountain Comprehensive Care. Basically, she says, attached is an amended lease for the Shelby Valley property. The original amended lease gave us 2 years to begin building. We are outside of that time, and while it is now under construction, because the construction was not started in that 2 years, Kentucky Housing Corporation has requested that we amend that before we can get the funding they are giving us. I have reviewed the amendment. It basically gives them an additional 2 years to begin construction. I think it is a good project, and again, I would recommend a passage of this amendment.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Master Murphy, have a second. And Master Robinson, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yeah. Yes. You have any no bids? Magistrate Road Work? Magistrate Anderson? I have a second. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes. Madam Treasurer, we'll go to your business next, please.
Authorize any necessary transfers and interfund transfers to pay the bills, payroll, health, and life insurance.
Have a
Motion.
motion, Master Murphy. Have a second, Master Robinson. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes.
Acknowledge receipt of previously approved transfers and interfund transfers only for April 16th. I need to pass over the 7th till the next court
Do I
meeting.
have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Master Anderson. Have a second, Master Murphy. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes.
Acknowledge receipt of the treasurer's April 2013 financial statement.
Do I have a motion? Motion, Master Anderson. Have a second, Master Robinson. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson? If you have a chance.
Yes.
Mr. Murphy? Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Is this the financial statement or the expenditure approval list?
No, my
Financial
financial
statement.
statement for the county.
Okay, yes.
And Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
Authorize payment of the expenditure approval list dated May 20th, 2013, and any other utility and telephone bills received before the checks are run this week.
Motion.
Have a motion, have a second, Mr. Robinson, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson. Yes. Mr. Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mr. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Abstain.
And Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
Second reading and adoption of budget amendment number 5 for the fiscal year 2012-2013.
Mr. County Attorney.
This is a second reading of a budget amendment in summary form, an ordinance relating to fiscal year 2012-2013 annual budget and amendment thereof. Whereas the Pike County Fiscal Court has realized unbudgeted receipts from the following funds, be it ordained by the Pike County Fiscal Court of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1A, receipts, total amended receipts of $4,528,930.89. Section B, appropriations, total amended appropriations of $4,528,930.89. This is a second reading and has been approved as to form and classification by the state local finance officer. Need a motion, second, majority vote.
Have a motion. Have a motion, have a second. Mr. Robinson, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson. Mr. Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mr. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
Jimmy Kaiser's program with the hazard mitigation grant is now in progress. We have the first request for reimbursement, the master agreement for the Raccoon Creek HMGP in the amount of $55,000. Whose signature, Roland, do you advise to have that placed on it? Jody Hunt sent this to me. He told me, but I want to make sure who. Should it be Jimmy Kaiser? Who should be?
I think you as the treasurer would be
Okay.
appropriate.
Authorize me to sign the master agreement to get our money back, showing proof that we've paid these invoices, which are on our accounts payable list.
Pass-through money.
Motion.
Have a motion, Mr. Dodson, have a second. Mr. Murphy, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson. Mr. Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mr. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
Authorize, beginning July 1, the new renewal life insurance policy rates for the employees. The term life rate will go from $4.80 to $5.20, and the accidental death and dismemberment is still 40 cents. So the beginning July 1, the rate per employee will be $5.60 instead of the $5.20 currently.
Motion.
Have a motion, have a second. Have a second, Mr. Murphy, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson. Mr. Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mr. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
The Kentucky Cattlemen's Foundation sent an email to the animal shelter. We're looking into it and trying to put together a little grant to see how much money we can get. Authorize the animal shelter to apply for the Kentucky Cattlemen's Foundation, the Animal Shelter Assistant Grant, with required signatures.
Motion to authorize.
Motion.
Have a motion, have a second. Second, Mr. Murphy, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson. Mr. Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mr. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
Need authorization to pay the Kentucky Retirement System $446.19 for the health insurance for Ron Reynolds for March, April, and May. Mr. Reynolds had not canceled it, and he was told last week to please cancel it so we don't have this bill on top of getting the regular bill.
To have a motion. Motion, Mr. Murphy, to have a second. Have a second, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson. Mr. Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mr. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
Authorization to issue a check to Randall Hill. After doing an audit by the Kentucky Retirement Systems, they found that he had not worked more than 100 hours in a month when he had come to work and then went back off on workers' comp. So we need to refund him $31.54 for November 2012 and authorize a check from the retirement system back to the maintenance garage fund so we can run this through payroll, please.
Motion.
Have a motion, Mr. Dodson, have a second. Mr. Murphy, have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson? Yes. Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Yes. Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes.
Authorize a check to the Elkhorn City Volunteer Fire Department, pass-through LGDF Project A378-01 in the amount of $49,159.88.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Murphy, second by Mr. Robinson. Have a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson? Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Yes. Mr. Dodson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
I have
Yes.
no further business, Judge.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer. Next, you pull up the announcements. We just have one or two, if you pull them up on the monitor. The Upper Pond Creek Fire Department has a catfish tournament. They'd asked that it's at Grant Branch Park, and we want to announce that for them. And it is, the date on it is June the 1, and it runs from 6 p.m. What is the time on that, Mr. Hurst? Do you know what
It's
it is?
9 p.m. to 6 a.m., Judge. It's a night,
9
it's a
p.m.
night,
6
night
a.m.
fish.
Catfish tournament at the Upper Pond Creek Fire Department at Grant Branch Park. The other one we have is our spring cleanup at Fish Trap, and the registration begins at 8 a.m., cleanup from 8:30 to 12. And we want to always thank our employees who volunteer to go up there. They cook, and they also provide people cleaning up. Also, West Care is involved with this every year, and it is Jimmy Dale and Pride. They all partner together with the Corps of Engineers and Mr. Holbrook, and it is an annual thing. We go back and think about Bonnie Phillips, who passed away many years ago, Fedge Creek, who started this, and it has been going all these years for many, many years, and it is great that we have all the people that we have that volunteer to come up, and the partnership that's been put together to clean this up so that our local people and tourists can have access to a clean lake.
Yes, Judge. Bonnie Phillips really took pride in keeping us clean and everything. She sure did.
She built a legacy for herself, Magistrate Murphy.
Absolutely.
So that's what we have. So we are at the point that we're going to go into closed session. Magistrate Harris, and I gave the schedule at the beginning, so I won't repeat it. And we will be back out probably for break for lunch, and then Magistrate Dodson, do you have something before we go into?
Yeah, Judge, while you was in your announcements there, Charles is setting up a cleanup for the McCarr area, and I was wanting to know if we could get that announced and have a meeting prior to that. I've talked to some people, and he has too, about on the Tug River over there. And I think it's June?
It is scheduled for Thursday, June the 13th, and I appeared before the Mingo County Commission last week on Wednesday, and the Mingo County Commission will also be participating in the cleanup, and it'll extend from McCarr down to Matewan and down to the Hatfield Tunnel. It is part of the river sweep sponsored by the Ohio River Sanitation Commission. And so we're working a section of the Tug River jointly between the two states. And I'm doing this as president of the Big Sandy River Coalition, which is the states of West Virginia, Virginia, and Kentucky.
And that was at Knox Creek last year, Mr. Carlton?
It was in Knox Creek last year with Magistrate Dotson, and we will have lunch for all the volunteers, which we are inviting at the Hatfield-McCoy Park.
Charles, do you have sponsors for this yet? Do we need some local sponsors or?
Yes, we would. We always need sponsors. Ohio River Valley has sent T-shirts and garbage bags, and so we hope we will have a few corporate sponsors also.
Is there any way we could have a meeting prior to this with?
Yes.
The
Yes.
jailer is interested in putting some people over there that day to
Yes,
help us.
John Doug and I will be meeting with the jailer tomorrow morning.
So if you can get us a little meeting somewhere, we'll try to get together before that date and
Yeah, absolutely.
see what we're gonna do.
Anyway, you
Absolutely.
get a meeting set up with Magistrate Dotson, the road commissioner, and others in regard to that.
Thank you, Judge.
Work with Magistrate Dotson and Mr. Carlton. Also,
Thank you, sir.
Pike TV, I thought they did a great job, Magistrate Dotson, last year in covering that cleanup. And so they need to get it on their calendar for again this year. We of course, and also invite somebody from Pike TV to the meeting, Jeannie, so that they will know where we'll be working and the location and so forth. So if not, Magistrate Harris, we'll go into closed session.
Do you want to mention that, Jim?
I'll make the motion pursuant to KRS 61-810 that we move into executive session to discuss specific personnel matters.
Okay, the next Pike County Fiscal Court meeting will be on June the 5th at 5:30. Am I correct, Jeannie? All the magistrates concur with that. So it will be on June the 5th at 5:30, the next Pike County Fiscal Court meeting. So we will have a motion to go into closed session. We have a motion. We have a second, Magistrate Anderson, and have a roll call vote, please.
Magistrate Anderson?
Yes.
Magistrate Johnson?
Yes.
Magistrate Murphy?
Yes.
Magistrate Robinson? Magistrate Dotson?
Yes.
Magistrate Harris?
Yes.
Judge Rutherford?
I need a motion to open back up into open session. Motion by Magistrate Robinson. Have a second. Have a roll call vote, please.
Magistrate Anderson? I don't know where Magistrate Johnson is. Magistrate Murphy? Magistrate Robinson? Magistrate Dotson?
Here.
Magistrate Harris?
Here.
Judge Rutherford?
Yes, we had a good work session. The budget office will be preparing from the discussions of the court as a body, and we will be having another we will have a special court meeting 9 a.m. on Friday. We will, of course, at that time go back into closed session to discuss personnel, and we think we're going to have a balanced budget. We know we're going to have a balanced budget, and it's going to be the one that we can keep progress, keep things moving in this county, and keep the county progressive. We will still have about $2 million less than the city of Pike will have for them to use to provide services to the 10% of the people of the county. But having said that, we'll have around $33 million, and this is a large county, tough to run a large county. We're fortunate to have a fiscal court that wants to have a progressive county and works to make it happen. So as soon as the county attorney will get back, we're going to take up what personnel matters that we need to take up today. Then we're going to adjourn. Leo Murphy has a brother-in-law, I believe, that's in surgery probably at this time in Huntington, and he's leaving to go down there. So that's the reason we didn't break for lunch and come back out. We wanted to go ahead and get a complete understanding so that our budget office, so the treasurer and the finance director and their staff and the working committee could go ahead and get what needs to be done. So we'll be ready for Friday morning, and to get it to the magistrate hopefully this afternoon in writing, so they'll know what's been agreed to by the body as a whole. So as soon as the county attorney gets in, I think he went to check on Magistrate Johnson. We'll get started, Bobby. You can check and see where both of them are. Mr. County Attorney, you have the recommendations of the Personnel Office, please.
Yes, these are recommendations from the Personnel Office. There was posted a mini packer driver, solid waste area number 2 at Belcher. It's a 3H rate of pay, $12.73 per hour. Several temporaries bid and one full-time. It originally was to be awarded to Howard Fraley, but he withdrew his name, and the Personnel Department recommends a senior temporary employee, Justin Arnett, to be on 6 months probation, and that's to be effective May the 13th, 2013. Then approval to hire Seth Kaiser, Lucas Fields, Dana Brewer, Brooke Newsom, and Erica Staley as lifeguards of the Virgie Pool, Austin Blankenship, Joshua Blankenship, Maya Coleman, Randy Perry, and Zachary Alvina as lifeguards at the Phelps Pool, Hope Lamaster, Denisha Casey, Brett Charles, Hope Hager, and Taylor Curry as lifeguards at the Hardy Pool. These will be special employees with no benefits at a 0H rate of pay, $7.50 per hour, effective May 24th, 2013. Next, approval to hire Rodney Wright and Christopher Hall as co-managers of the Virgie Pool, Bobby Varney as manager of the Phelps Pool, and Ryan Chapman as manager of the Hardy Pool. They are to be special employees with no benefits at a 0H rate of pay, $12 per hour, effective May 24th, 2013. Then to acknowledge the resignation of Tony Blankenship from road lot number 5 as of May 8th, 2013. He was a temporary truck driver. And then to also acknowledge the resignation of a good friend of mine, Gerald McNamee, as of May 31st, 2013. He was manager at the landfill and also a prior commissioner of the solid waste department. Those are the recommendations of the.
Let me thank Jeannie Robinson for what she's done of getting these pools open. She has handled the employment of the, and certified. These are American Red Cross certified, Jeannie. Your people working the pools, lifeguards are American Red Cross certified. They brought back the ones that she had last year. And also the managers of the pool are the ones that they had last year, so we're very fortunate. We didn't have to pay that fee of, I think it was $150, Bobby, last year of getting them certified with the American Red Cross. So, and these pools, the court has said they will stay open to June 30th, and then we'll have to make a decision on what we do as we do the budget for the coming year. But do I have a motion for the, it's my recommendation and my motion. Do I have a second? Second, Master Robinson, have a roll call vote.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Johnson. Yes. Master Murphy.
Yes.
Master Robinson. Yes. Master Dodson.
Yes.
Master Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes.
Judge, also, Personnel Department has one other recommendation. It's approval to pay Thomas J. Littifick as a temporary administrative assistant and special employee with no benefits for Judge Rutherford's office at a 3H rate of pay per year effective April 22nd, 2013 and ending June the 8th, 2013.
Do I have a motion?
You have to make the motion, Judge.
I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second? Have a roll call vote, please.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Johnson. Yes. Master Murphy.
Yes.
Master Robinson.
Yes.
Master Dodson.
Yes.
Master Harris.
Yes.
Judge Rutherford.
Yes. Have a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Magistrate Murphy, second by Magistrate Anderson. Have a roll call vote, please.